Hey everyone, happy post CVC. Chomsky here. Just wanted to talk about the, the basically the golden stuff with the with with Raid. Some of the content creators were asked about it, and I wanted to chime in. I wasn't invited to the party, but I'm still gonna hop along. The first things first, as you're progressing throughout the game, you never want to have an energy overload. Really, you want to accumulate as much energy as you can, but you also want to use it really quickly. So, do your stuff, do your shit before you go to sleep. So this way, at least you could accrue some more energy. Even if it's going into Minnow or Spider or any of the dungeons that you could actually accomplish safely and successfully, would be my bet. Um, that's number one. Number two, finish up your Great Hall as quickly as you can. If you can't, that's fine, but at least bump up the resistance and bump up the accuracy. To get 80 accuracy to an affinity, that's huge. These really are the big ones. Everything else could kind of fall in. You know, when I first started, I scatter shotted it. There was a lot of brown and then gold, but really getting getting as much resistance and accuracy out there saves you when you're creating your characters and stats. With your items and stuff like that. They say stats over sets. Well, this is one of the ways to bump that up. So resistance, accuracy, then you go HP, and then defense. I I try to save attack and crit damage for last, but there is an argument that can be made in like Fire Knight and stuff like that with your heavy hitters to have crit damage up there. But ideally, resistance and accuracy, everyone could use it. Same thing with HP and defense, everyone could benefit from there. Crit damage is very specific towards your damage dealers, and same thing with attack. So I would kind of focus in on resistance and accuracy. Additionally, basically do all your classic arena and tag team arena as much as you can. Even if you're losing some, at least you want to find out the schematics that other players are doing with their teams. It's only going to benefit you later on. Like I'm being the bully on the corner, and I'm kind of beating up on some that are a little bit that appear to be lesser. But they still provide a challenge. Like I want to know how fast like that arbiter is, and that's more than 400, which kind of does a lot. Uh, so I kind of want to see how this is going to pan out. We're going to get you to revive everyone potentially. And I'm doing this on auto, so it's fine. But I just want to see what's cooking here. Um, intelligence is always, counterintelligence is always nice. It kind of sucks here because now we're going to be in this like stalemate of sort, and this one revived or metamorphed, and that's what happens. But either way, even with a loss, I know that I need to get my dudes just a little bit faster, and one way to accomplish that is making sure the auras match. Like, right now, like I'm losing potentially, you know, quick math, 8% right there. So, what I want to do, I want to see if I could kind of do that up again and see if that 8% really matters because that arbiter went first. So let's see how this goes. And yeah, still lost. Still lost that speed run, but that's fine. We want to do as much as we can with what we can. So use those coins because they do replenish. The tag team stuff, you kind of want to go up as much as you can during those tag team events. So I'm a big fan of double dipping. So when we go back to Classic Arena, usually on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, they do a Classic Arena tournament. So I'll typically go ham in there. I recently went ham just because of CVC, but I wouldn't mind dropping down a little bit to make it easier opponents. But definitely over the weekend, you should be using your Classic Arena stuff as long as the Classic Arena events are going. I'm not saying to wipe them out, but at least grab some of the trinkets that are there. Just because it really helps out. Like to get 7 potions here, to get some silver while already doing it, that that's just great. That's just great double dipping and triple dipping and what have you. But always maximize your time within the tournament or event, and things just go a lot easier for you to accomplish things. Like right now we have gear hunters, we have the event dungeon, as well as the spider tournament, as well as gear enhancement. And I need to do spider tournament just because I want to get the fusion piece, and then that also helps me out because I'll be selling all the crud to get into gear enhancement, and and that synergy is just really awesome. I already accomplished this again because of CVC, but I could have really waited until now to start doing this, and that'd have been fine. You know, I notoriously I don't have a lot of silver, so this is a great opportunity to kind of replenish. So always double dip as much as you can. And with the gear hunters, like you could do the spider tournament or the event dungeon tournament. Uh, but I spider is where I want to go just because I have the fusible piece. Here, I wouldn't mind grabbing the middle. Uh, it could be okay. Uh, it's fine. I'm not necessarily going for chronophage. I I just want this middle piece for sure. I'm also comfortable not doing any more just because this is the better of the chests that are out there, but I really don't want an epic book, an ancient. Like basically there's 6 out of 9 here that I could forego. Like I just want the void, the quartz, or the middle. But chances are I'm going to grab some of these dusts, which is fine, but not really ideal. Uh, talking about dust, I like again, depending on where you are in the game, like I I am only dusting or really going nuts on boots that have speed. Like I want this to be a double because speed for me is still the meta, and I still want to kick some ass. So if I go first, chances are I'm gonna win, and that's the mentality that I have with a majority of my champions. So I definitely want to save my oils, and my oils and my dust just to make sure I have speed boots. That's really where I'm primarily focused in on. I really I think that's it. Uh if I could crank out the speed, I love it. And that same thing goes for basically my banners as well. I definitely want I'm eyeballing speed and basically everything. And really that's what I want. And sadly, this our bias is only at 422. I could definitely bump this up a little bit more if I drop from some of the other stats, but I feel good with it. Like I'm not necessarily, beating way too many people up, but I feel comfortable with that. Uh, so yeah, do your arena, do your tag team every day. Live arena, I know there's a lot of people that don't like it, but it's coins that you could that easily replenish. You don't really have to do too much, and you're getting some decent bonuses here. Even if you're going up to milestone 2, you're getting 100 energy. I I would I would tell everyone to push to at least milestone 3, just this way you get that 2 basalt. If you get up to milestone 4, you get 3. I am I'm wanting to get up to 4 here, the 4-star basalt at milestone 7. That would be awesome. Uh, I don't I'm not really pushing live arena so much, so I highly doubt I'm going to get here. Uh, but to get um basically a chance at a mythical, that's awesome. I'm for it. Uh, Yeah, it's a 20% chance to getting a mythical out of live arena, which would potentially be Death Dealer, uh, or you know, Infernal, which is okay, but really, you know, I want this Volcratic Heart as much as I can get, man, because this on Titus just goes nuts. Additionally, the Hallowed Hilt is really good too. So any chance I get at a mythical, I want to grab. So depending on where your account is, you want to play within your bandbox. If you have time to do it, great. If not, try to make it a priority just because that is really really going to benefit you. Even if you don't get a mythical, like to get a legendary out of it with all those souls with all those stones that are attached to it, it can help you out as you progress throughout the game. Additionally, I slipped up and I said soul stones. I preach caution to soul stones. Like there's events that happen every month. Try to accumulate as much as you can and pull during those times. There are people that will pull randomly, and that's great. Good on them. I I really think the best way to use your soul stones is as currency. So on those deck of fates that have soul stones attached to it, you really that really saves you from doing any dungeon diving or summoning shards or anything like that. Hang on to this. Either wait for increased chance to pull things, or wait for those decks of fate. Like you don't want to be going against the house with very minimal odds, right? Like if you're pulling like if you're pulling a mortal soulstone and like look at these chances, it's 2%, even to get like a rank here, it's less than 1% chance to get a 6 star from there. Like that means you got to pull 99 to like, and then the next one would be 100, and only one of those would be a 6 star. Like the odds are not in your favor. There's no mercy attached to it. So I'm just saving. And really I want to get as much as I can because I am eyeballing a Titus split soul, and that's what I'm saving my currency for. Really find those champs that you really 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 want to get a soul for, and just pay attention to this market. Do your iron twins on a daily basis at reset or whenever, and I mean that these are keys that will expire. So use those things that are going to be expiring. Like it's free. And the only thing it does cost is energy, and energy manipulation is there, but you just want to save until you absolutely need it. And really that's the game, you know. Additionally, all these add-ons. Uh, be a part of a clan that really focuses in on completing clan boss, just because like you get all these shards, all these books from there, and it's really really beneficial. Even onto my account, it's only going to help me out. Like same thing with Curse City. There's a boatload of stuff out here that will help anybody's account. I know some of it's going to be difficult, some of it's going to be like gate kept based on champions that you can get, but going through normal, going through hard, and accumulating what you can is is really really going to help you out. Like in my previous video for the CVC prep, I talked about saving the energy pods until you need it. You know, Raid had busted out a schedule of events so we could see the events that you may need energy in, and this way there's a nice little bank there. And definitely, definitely hang on to them, but also try to figure out what you really really want. Like I don't mind grabbing the chest. It's not the greatest necessarily, but it's still there. It's still more things for you to get, like to get some more coinage, to get even some glyphs. That's fine. Like on the hard stuff, like really what I'm eyeballing really is just the mythical book and the soul stones as well as the coins. I mean, and and the oils too, and that's okay. So utilize all your energy, utilize your arena coins, all that fun stuff. Double dip your tournaments and events as much as you can. Um, what you like, if there's a training, if there's a champ training, what I want to do, I want to basically get all my fusible pieces up and running. So this way, when it is ready for a champ chase, I could easily just summon these these jamokes and be ready, for those. Like here, I'll be pulling some of these in 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 my dungeon diving and stuff like that. So this way, they could get they could get up there. I want to get these to 30, and then when it comes down to champ training, I'll bring them up to rank 4, and then I'll work on them getting up to 4-star max, and then this way I could fuse a relic keeper or a broad maw. And again, it's on those champ chases. It's not going to count for summoning rush because that's from shards, but this is a great opportunity for us to get prepped for those events, and it's easy points. Unfortunately, it's a million silver to fuse a broadmaw, but that's like 350 points in champ chase, and that saves your shards. It saves a lot of the headache there. So it's free. Like these are champs that we can accumulate from campaign. So when we have those missions of campaign battles, I'm going there to see if I could get more of these, so this way I could fuse more and then get to Broadmaw. It's just incremental progress, uh, and and makes things so much easier. Like right now, like I have 18 sacreds, 10 primals, 15 voids, 42 ancients, and then 531 mysteries. And I may not really need a lot of this for the summoning rush that's going to be happening. So I'm just going to wait and see. And really that's what this game is. It's resource management, knowing how to tap into your resources and using them effectively and efficiently. Like they're gonna bait you with a lot of these, like, hey, here's a 2x, here's a 15x, for these selected champs, and that's fine if you want to go for that. But I if you want to do things efficiently, you wait until it works into your favor. Like there's so much to tempt you, but you just got to hold tight. And really, that's the gem. That's the gem of this game, is just waiting and seeing and being effective. The last little bit, if it is unlocked for you, Grim Forest is a wonderful area for you to also get trinkets galore, like to get energy, turkeys, or chickens, sorry. You know, it's really, really solid. So even though you could be like hamstrung in one area, drop down to normal and see what you can do. Um, if you're having a hard time in Grim Forest, like there's so many paths here. Like don't be so focused on one path. Just wait. Like here, I I am stuck at one of these jamokes, and like I don't want to use my redraw token until I could complete everything first, because he's not essential. I want to save my redraws until I get to the big boss, because like I need it. you know, I have a decent team here, but I may get stuck here, and then I wanna make sure I can complete it. So like it's just saving, and that's all it is. Know your curios as well. Like once you're here, you know, you want to make sure it counts. And if I get the apple first, I'm basically shitting a brick because this is so good. to get more coins is awesome because that allows me to get more from the vendor, you know, to get more XP, which allows me to, gain my levels faster. And then that gives me that card of whether to get my crit damage or resistance or speed. So it's definitely like getting these two early on is really awesome. And then this parasite one, decreasing defense, huge, huge. Regardless of who you're playing against, to get this is awesome. So definitely going like definitely want those. So pay attention to your vendor. Like I bought my quill. Like this was one of my first buys, and I'm just saving for these chests right now before I start doing any reshuffling or anything like that. But yeah, just pay attention. Pay attention to the vendor. Like the shops are. It's a joke from time to time, but the market could be good. You could get a piece that's not that bad and take a chance to upgrade it. I still have energy here for my clan shop. Do your clan quests. Here, like I don't need to do anything here. The bazaar, again, it's kind of okay. you know, I really just use energy and ancient shards here, and that's it. I could get the void, but that's a long road up to get 2200 by next Tuesday, Altar of Souls, again, just pay attention to the merchant, utilize your resources. You don't want to go bankrupt over here and then the next day there's something that you really want. So just be smart. Yeah, so just a quick hitter, even though it's 22 minutes long. There's more. I figure I'll do a part two eventually. Always with the part twos, but I never do. But either way, thanks for making it this long. Appreciate you. Let me know if I missed anything. Looking forward to seeing you at the next video. Bye bye bye.